Hello, Rosebuds. This is your girl, Kimberly Ann. Sorry, I know it's a bit dark. I'm driving. But I just wanted to get on here and do a message. I know I haven't done one. I think it's been like 2 days. I think it's been 2 days. But I wanted to get on here and do one real quick. And I went to my friend's balloon release ceremony today, just a few minutes ago. It was very beautiful, short and quick. But I have, I don't know how many of y'all have, just this week alone with these, we got a grand water trine happening right now in the sky. That means there's major planets in all three water signs, major planets. And so a lot of emotions is up. A lot of purging going on. You probably releasing emotions you thought, or things you thought you had been over, and come to find out you really wasn't. I know I have. I took my daughter to homecoming yesterday, and her father started crying over the phone. He was on video because he in prison. And all day he had been saying, Kim, I thank you so much. You do what you got to do for our baby, blah, 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 blah. Then when, she was fully dressed up and he got to see her on video, they really started crying, and he was like, Kim, thank you. And it's so, I wanted to cry with my baby and her dad, and the emotion came, and then it was like a switch flick. And I immediately felt absolutely nothing. I felt nothing. It was as if it was 1 minute I was feeling love for them, and then the next minute it was man, fuck that nigga. Oh God, it was just instant. Okay, so we pull up because I took her to see his mom, and her aunt was there, and her great aunt was there. And they all just are crying, and I'm in my head because I was already kind of triggered, because what made the compassion switch off was the memories of all the fighting and all the chaos that had took place. And that's what made my compassion switch off immediately. I was immediately pushed back 10, 15 years. Our baby about 14, 15, getting ready to be 15. And I always count the pregnancy, so that's why I say 15, she's 14. So I immediately was pushed back in time. We can't cry for this motherfucker. Look what he did for us, or to us. You know what I'm saying? We fought. You almost went to jail fighting this nigga type shit. So I couldn't feel anything because my survival mind kicked in and shut it off immediately. No. We not shedding no tear. We don't feel sorry for shit. We hope that nigga hurt. I hope he cried. You done missed 11 years of your daughter's life, blah. You know what I'm saying? So my major lesson this week has been forgiveness. I had to, because what I realized I did was when we got to his mom and them house, and they was, crying and woo-hooing over the baby, and there was a part of me that's I don't understand why y'all crying, because y'all motherfuckers ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was fighting me based off of shit this nigga was saying, which was all false first, by the way. And he, broke that shit down to everybody after he realized he was gonna be in jail for a while. And his mom had said to me, Kim, you gotta let her come over and spend the night sometime. And it's so funny, she didn't mean it in a condescending way. I took it that way. But that's because it wasn't 2025 Kim listening. It was 2013, 2014, 2015 Kim listening. The Kim that was in survival mode, having to fight and defend her honor because the motherfucker was mad she didn't want to be with him no more. And he turned into a complete monster when she walked away and told him, hey, go get yourself together, because clearly I'm a burden for you. God damn it, I'd have made the wrong turn. I'm a burden for you. So, um, so I immediately snapped on her, and I just was like, for real, don't do that shit. I was like, don't do that. I was like, please don't act like I don't bring her over to see you. Please don't act like you can't call and ask Lena, do she want to come? Don't do that. Like, don't fucking do that. Like, I immediately went off on that woman. I said, don't piss me the fuck off. And my daughter had handed me her phone before she got out the car, so I was holding the phone, talking to her dad. And he was like, please, Kim, please don't get pissed off. Please don't get pissed off. And he started crying, and he was like, I'm forever indebted to you. Like, for real. He was like, I'm forever indebted to you. You know what I'm saying? And it was so funny because earlier in the day, we was talking, our baby about dealing with boys. And I just was like, be selective about who you deal with. I said, I don't ever want you and your sisters to go through none of the shit that I've gone through. And I didn't give a fuck he was on the phone. Like, there's a part of me that really want him to hear how bad he hurt me. And then there's a part of me that's like, do we really want to keep reliving that shit? We need to let it go. And it's really best that I do let it go. I think what kills me is the fact that he could even possibly think that if he could get the chance, he would do it right. I don't believe he could do it right. Not to mention there is a such thing called jail talk. I learned that dealing with my youngest child's father. So, I don't believe shit the nigga say. Not to mention you went from wanting to get me beat up to now you so in love. So I'm a little bit thrown back, you know what I'm saying, from dealing with all the chaos and shit that I've had to deal with him or whatever, right? So, and not just him and his fucking family. Damn. Let me bag it up. Yeah, him and the fucking family. So, let's bag it on up. Bag it on. Yeah, there we go. We got some light. So, I got my stunner shades on because my eyes is puffy, y'all. Because I was crying. I actually been crying like all fucking day. Like my head hurt, cry. It's been that much purging going on. For real, y'all. So, he was saying earlier, and I was like, find you somebody that you truly vibe with, and just y'all plan it out, and you just get it right, baby girl. Like, I was like, if I could go back and do it over, I would do it all over and just do it the right way. And her father was like, well, I would still have a kid with the same person I have a kid with. I would just do things better than what I did. I didn't say nothing. Like, I didn't even respond because you got more than one kid. So I don't know if you're talking to me or not at this point. I'm playing stupid as fuck. Like, I've been so struck down during moments that I have hope that I don't even know when people being genuine no more. Like, and it sucks because I don't know. Like, I've had people that I thought I was friends with come to find out they fucking hated my guts this whole time type shit. So I don't know. And then like with him, like I was truly in love with him. He was my first love for real. And I thought he and I would be together forever. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. And then he started acting the ass, especially when I got pregnant. It was just a lot. And to the point after, we tried to make it work before the baby came, and I just like, I can't do it. You're not being who you need to be. You're not trying to do right by me or the baby. I got to let you go. I got to choose me. And he turned into a monster, so I don't know. Like, I'm trying to deactivate that survival Kim, but she keeps popping back up, and I don't know who my story is for. I hope my story help you. If you even got tips for me, like, leave me tips. So he said you was the best thing that had ever happened to me. And I was like, oh, Lena, he said you was the best thing that ever happened to him. Like, I deflected that shit so fast. I deflected the fuck out that shit so fast because I'm just like, you're not about to draw me in. Like, we not about to do that. I don't think I could ever go back. And it's so crazy. It was a part of me when, 10, 15 years ago, that just was like, why won't he just go heal and come back right? I wanted him to heal and come back right. I wanted us to work. Now I'm just like, I done had to do so much on my own. I done been through so much shit. What do I even need it for now? I've had to learn how to be a thug. You know what I'm saying? I've had to learn how to be a whole thug. So how can I soften up now? I don't know how, unless I'm by myself. When I'm by myself, I can be soft. I'm safe. You know, I feel safer alone. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to even fathom that he has all this love and I owe you type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, he do what he can for it, and I ain't even gonna cap. Like, out of all three of my children's fathers, he do the most. He do the most. Like, he do the most. And he ain't making no money out there in prison for real. Like, he's not really, he worked out there, but he's not really making no money. Like, the nigga give me half of what he got to make sure my baby good. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it's gonna cover. It's gonna cover her. But I was just so numb. I wanted to really be happy. Like, I had so much fun doing her nails, doing her hair, doing her makeup. Like, when I tell you, I had my baby looking so cute, and I posted it to the page so y'all could go see what my baby looked like. She was so beautiful. Oh my gosh, she was so beautiful. And, you know, I wanted to be emotional with them, but I just couldn't. It wasn't there. And it wasn't until after I dropped my baby off and I got home and I was sitting in the yard and I just literally started crying. And it wasn't happy tears. I was crying because I'm like, look at what all I've done by myself, what all I've been through, and y'all motherfuckers got the audacity to be emotional. I should be the one that's emotional right now. And I just thought about like all the shit that I've gone through, and it hit me. You emotional about it right now because you never had the space to cry. You never had the chance to really be emotional about shit. Like, it hit me like, Kim, you never got the chance to grieve the shit that you've been through. You went from giving birth, fighting, to making sure y'all had food on the table. And even when I was married, like, I went from being engaged to, and I was then pregnant. We trying to remodel a house that we end up not even keeping because my parents was being greedy, to getting married in a rush, fighting and I'm just like, Kim, you've done so much fighting and surviving that you've now found peace. Like, when I tell you my life right now is the most peaceful it's ever been. But it didn't get like this until I walked away from people. Like, I gave up a lot. I stopped dealing with folks. I literally have put myself so far in hermit mode, it's not funny. Like, to the point where I would rather be left the fuck alone. I would rather be left alone. But there's a part of me that don't want to be like that. Like, I don't want to be the cat lady. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time in my life, to keep my peace, I will be the cat lady. You know what I'm saying? And it hit me like, baby, you ain't had the chance to relax enough to feel what you've gone through. And I want to tell y'all, rosebuds, whatever you're going through, stop and take time to process what you're going through, because if you don't, it's going to be moments like with me. I wanted to be so happy my baby was going to her first homecoming, but I was in fight mode. I was literally in fight mode, and I felt so bad. Now, my baby didn't really, like, I don't think it really even dawned on her what I was going through. I explained it to her today. But you know, my baby's so love and light. She ain't spaz. She ain't do, you know what I'm saying, Mom, how dare you. She ain't do none of that. She was, Mom, I love you. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to just be front and center for my daughter. I really wanted to be front and center for my daughter. And I was, you know, like, I got to give myself credit because, like I said, I did her nails and had them bitches popping. Like, she ain't get just no painted dumb shit. No, I had my baby a gym nail, cat eye. You know what I'm saying? I did her a full pedicure where I massaged her feet, got the calluses off. Like, I did the full Monty on my baby. You hear me? Did her a pretty ass sew in. You know what I'm saying? She looked so fucking pretty, y'all. Like, if y'all could have just been there to see my baby actually be a girl was everything, because we so used to being thugs. My baby a whole thug. Like, so it's just, I've realized how much emotion I gotta process. And I'm like sitting between whether I should talk to her dad so then he knows how he made me feel, or if I should just leave it alone. I'm teeter-totter, and I wish I had my cards, because I really would ask my cards. You know what I'm saying? And I keep trying to hear my guides, but my guides is like, stop reliving the trauma. Just let's move forward. Like, let's move forward. You know what I'm saying? You didn't cry so much this week. You didn't purr so much this week. Let's move forward right now. Let's not even focus on what's wrong. Let's not do that. And I'm like, they are absolutely right. Like, I should just focus on the good. Let's focus on the good. Let's focus on our baby growing up. She doing good. Yeah, you had to do it by yourself, but you did it. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody take credit for your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't around. And just, if that man want to come out and like be indebted to you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If he want to come out and pay you back for all the times that he wasn't there and the shit that he did, let that man do it. Because there's a part of me that's like, I said to my mom earlier, like, I don't know how to process him being nice, because I don't. Like, I've had to process, I've seen you one way for 15 years. I've seen you one way for 15 years. And now you went from hating my guts to loving the fuck out of me and thanking me so much, and you doing such a good job, and I'm indebted to you. And I'm just like, how do I process that shit? Like, I've thrived off of you hating me for 15 years. Keep hating me. Like, I really had to, like, 18 when I said that, I really had to, like, understand that shit. Like, keep hating me, because I don't need your thank yous now. I've done so much. I almost feel like it's disrespectful as fuck for you to thank me now. For what? You know, I'm doing as what a mother's supposed to. I get it. Your mama half-step, your other bitch half-step that you had a kid with. I dig it. I don't. I didn't have love you. You know what I'm saying? You have loved me. So now I'm trying to get through. I'm reprocessing, and now I have to set new programs to different things and the people. I have to set new programs, because if I don't set new programs, and my mom was so right. She was like, if you don't let it go, you gonna cut your blessings. Like, you really gonna cut your blessings, because you don't know what could come of him changing, or what could come of you allowing him to change, or what could come of you releasing that resentment. And she's so right. And like I said, it's gonna take time, because we talking about 15 years of me seeing you be a fucking monster, from the time I got pregnant to right before we found out her sex, to after I gave birth to her and I walked away from you when she was 18 days old, and you was a monster from then on. Like, we talking 15 years of me having to undo what I've known you as. And then now you telling our daughter, if I had a chance to get back with your mother, I would do it, and I would do things so right. And then you even saying it like I would still have my child with the same person. I would just do things so much better than I did. It's so late. It's so late. Like, and y'all probably seeing me flip from compassion to hate right before your eyes. Like I said, I created this channel so then I could talk with y'all and teach y'all from the lessons of me as I go through this shit that I go through. And I made these videos because I want my daughters to have them, so when they start going through what they going through, they can be like, how did mom do it? What did mom do? And that's why I do what I do. Because I don't want any female, even if they older than me or coming behind me, to go through 5% of the shit that I went through. And it's not about not going through the challenges. I don't want them to go through the mental anguish, because now I feel like I'm losing my motherfucking mind, because now I have to switch my mindset. And people don't tell you when you going through a spiritual upgrade and it's time for you to do that mental switch where you go from old programming to a new, you literally go through a mental health crisis. Like, I literally am going through, it feels like a mental health crisis. Considering that I've been a mental health nurse, I've seen the switch. I've seen it in other people. Now I understand why they go through what they go through. Because your mind is literally flipping back and forth from an old program to a new program. A program you've been so used to and you've thrived off of for years. It's hard to switch survival off when survival is all you've known, when you acquired the shit you have because of survival. Like, I had to ask my higher self, like, how am I functioning in peace? Like, how are you doing it? Because there's, and I understand quantum physics and all that shit. There's multiple versions of you living at one time. So I get that part. And that's why I had to ask, like, how are you thriving with no chaos? I have been used to defeating the odds for 38 years. Even when I was born. I have been so used to defeating the odds. How the fuck are you surviving with no odds stacked against you? I have been so used to that shit. And I had to ask my higher self, how the fuck is you doing it? Because when you don't have no challenges, you're like, okay, so I don't got to fight for this? The other shoe ain't gonna drop? Ain't nobody trying to stop me? You start looking for shit, like, and then you self-sabotage. Like, I literally self-sabotaged myself yesterday from enjoying my daughter's night. I did. I self-sabotaged myself because I went through an array of emotion. But I'm learning. I'm learning to switch my mind. I'm learning to switch now from survival to living in peace. And now I have to get used to no longer looking and anticipating chaos. I have to get used to now just knowing everything's gonna come with ease. Like, even when I can't even talk about that. I'm doing something else. I can't even talk about it. I'll talk about that once all that happened. I can't even talk about it because, like, it's something I'm going through now, and I'm just like, that's it. And now I've also got to the point where when shit do go haywire, ain't shit I can do. I can't do nothing. It's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I just throw my hands up. Like, my baby, I ordered her hair earlier in the week, and when it came, it was the wrong fucking hair. And then I was like, I gotta order her stockings and order her a poncho. So I ordered it, and when I realized we had the wrong hair, I hurried up, got on Amazon to order her the right hair, and it said you have 45 minutes to add it to tomorrow's package. So I did. Not to mention she had Saturday school. Not to mention when we got up, I had one hand done, I had to do the other hand. because we were both so sleepy. I had worked 5/12s this week. Then my friend died. Like, it's been a lot going on mentally. So my baby had tried to paint two of her fingers, and I said, that hand was done. That hand was done. I had to walk away. I said, I am so sick and tired of the what don't kill you make you stronger. I don't want no more of them. Please stop. I want to prepare for something and not have to fight to get it done or rush to get it done. I want to fucking relax now. God, whatever the fuck going on, I need y'all to stop it. Like, that's what I said. I need y'all to stop it. So I came back out. I did her other hand, rushed it, got her to school. But when I dropped her off, her shit didn't even say shipped. No, it said shipped. Didn't even say out for delivery. And I just was like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Went home, sat down, looked on my phone. It still didn't say shit. So then I was like, okay. I said, you know what? I'm going to do my own nails. So I finally did my nails, y'all. I said, I'm going to do my own nails because I can't stress for this shit. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. If there's no trace of the packages coming, by the time she get out of school at 11:30, I'm going to run my ass up to the hair store, grab my baby some stuff, even though I ain't even got the money for real. But I'm going to spend what I got because I want my baby to have a good time and I want her to be fucking beautiful. I remember I had to do my own hair, do my own nails, make my own dress for homecoming. My baby didn't have to do none of that. I did everything for her. And I would tell her, like, my mommy didn't give me a pedicure. She didn't do my nails. Like, I did all that shit myself. And I wanted to make sure y'all didn't have to do what I had to do. And I was sitting there and I'm doing my nails. I'm like, I can't do it. I said, this ain't shit I can do. Let me just do my nails. I said, God, I can't stress. I can't stress over it. There's nothing I can do. I quit, God. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, I have my body, my vessel is tired of fighting. My vessel is tired of being in survival mode. I can't do it. I can't keep going. I can't do it. I'm going to just sit and do something for myself and do my nails. If it come, cool. If it don't, fuck it. I'll find another way. I don't have the money, so y'all need to work it out, right? Like, I have the money, but I didn't want to touch it. Put it that way. So something was like, look at your phone. Look at your phone. I look at my phone, check the Amazon. It said my baby shit was 8 stops away. I said, look at God. So then I said, it'll be here by the time she get out of school. Cause and it's actually prior to me even like looking at the phone. I said, y'all gonna have my baby shit. I said, I'm Amazon. Amazon's me. My baby shit gonna be here because if it was me, I would have my baby shit here. That's what I said. So then something said, look at the phone. It said 8 stops away. So then I'm doing my nails some more. I get done with one hand. Look at it again. It says 6 stops away. I keep going. My baby texts me, Mommy, you coming to get me from school? I said, oh my God, yeah, I'm on my way. When I got and picked her up, it said 4 stops away. By the time we made it back home, which we only literally not even 5 minutes from her school, her shit was at the door. My baby stuff was at the door. I finished her nails, whipped that sew-in real quick, had my baby popping. Because now I've learned the art of detachment. I've learned to detach from the situation and let it happen. Stop fighting. Stop fighting. So I don't know who this message was for. I hope you learned something from my story. Sorry, y'all. I was emotional for my friend. Like, I had to check somebody over her this morning. Like, my friend dead and gone. Let her fucking rest. Like, for real. Don't come at me with no bullshit. Don't ask me about shit. Let her fucking rest. Y'all coming up with more shit about her and who the fuck ever she was fucking before she died. That ain't none of y'all fucking business. Let her fucking rest. Y'all niggas keep shit even in the niggas' death. I understand why folks commit motherfucking suicide. She didn't do that though. But I'm just saying, y'all niggas is ruthless. Y'all ruthless. I told my mama, I said, you know why God won't let me die? Because God already know I'll be on some bullshit beyond death. I'll fuck niggas up in the spirit. He like, she got more learning to do. She can't come up here, nigga. Because she ain't gonna come up here. Her spirit gonna be back down on earth tormenting niggas. You goddamn right I will. So check my description box below for all of my services. Until next time, Rosebuds.